Well, you used to really be scared here.
Johnny.
You're still afraid.
Stop it now. I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of here.
Johnny.
What's going on, guys? Bart here with Tully Television, and today we're going to be getting into another spooktacular movie to check out during this season of Halloween, this spooky season of October, however you want to phrase it. We're going to be going over a classic, Night of the Living Dead. But before we get into all that, I want to thank all of you for stopping by, liking, commenting, sharing, all that beautiful YouTube stuff. I hope that today is the day we earn that subscription. You hit that red subscribe bar down below. You like, you share, you let us know if this is the definitive zombie movie, or is it something else, in your opinion. But Night of the Living Dead, directed by George Romero, written by George Romero and John Russo. Came out October 1st, 1968. And we have Dwayne Jones as Ben, Judith O'Dea as Barbara, Carl Hardman as Harry Cooper, Marilyn Eastman as Helen Cooper, George Casana as Sheriff, Mick Leland, Judith Ridley as Judy, and Keith Wayne as Tom. Now we're going to run down basically what happens in the beginning of the movie. Barbara and her brother are on their way to go visit their mother's grave. And they're talking about how they don't go see their mother enough and visit her. And the brother's like, well, you know, he's kind of more on the side of it's not that she's really knowing whether we're coming or not. He doesn't seem to have have had a close relationship to the mother as Barbara did. So they kind of converse and other topics on the way there. They finally get there, and of course, the brothers, trying to scare Barbara, right to her about how they're coming to get you, Barbara. That's one of the more infamous lines. If you say that line to a horror fan or a zombie fan, they're definitely going to know what movie you're referencing, which is here, Night of the Living Dead. And as fate would have it in this universe, there was this man off in the distance who was walking and looking very shabby. And if you pay attention to the movie, right off the bat, you could tell that there was someone in the process of doing a gravesite, doing the covering of the gravesite or something. So we kind of see ground zero for this universe's version of the zombie apocalypse. We don't know what causes it necessarily. They don't necessarily get into that. And the zombies in this movie are definitely way more on a different scale than we're used to seeing in modern movies and shows like The Walking Dead or 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, these type of shows and movies. For a lot of them, they were very slow moving. It wasn't very gory. To the extent, like, not everyone was having an eye hanging out, and not everyone was having half their jaw ripped out or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. For the time, they definitely were trying to censor a lot of what the zombies what the living dead could do. You know what I mean? And they definitely set the stage up for saying that a headshot basically will help to incapacitate these, dead creatures, dead people, and setting them on fire. So, but this guy attacks Barbara and the brother, causing the brother to eventually die during the skirmish, and Barbara winds up being able to take off, and she finds this house, and in her quest to find solitude in this house and gather her thoughts, she comes across Ben. Now, I want you to understand how important this character Ben is to the degree, because especially for 1968, Ben is a black character, okay? And the only reason why I bring that up is because it is important for this movie, for the messaging George Romero was trying to do about the state of the world at that time as he saw it, and how Ben's ultimate role was throughout this movie to the end was very important for people like the character Ben and the actor who played him, Dwayne Jones, because he basically is portrayed as the hero and is for the most part the person we're trying to root for, trying to help get this group of group of survivors out of there alive and in one piece, right? Also, there's other survivors that go there, more notably the Cooper family, where Harry Cooper is very confrontational with Ben throughout the whole movie. When they meet, they decide to hide out in the basement as Ben tries to think of things for people to do upstairs, right? And ultimately, The sheer number of zombies that come is too much for our group to handle, and ultimately everyone dies, except for Ben. Ben is the sole survivor of this movie. And again, to have a black-led character, a lead character in a predominantly white movie in the late 60s, and have him be the sole survivor and the hero of this movie said a lot, not only about George Romero, but about this movie in a general sense, that you can have a movie be led by a talented person despite what they may look like, because if you got the X factor, so to speak, it's going to come out. If you got the charismatic charm, if you got the talent to be an actor, to seem authentic on screen, that this is what Ben would really do, right? It comes across so much better as opposed to someone. I mean, listen, acting is pretending at the end of the day. It's adults lying, adults pretending to be this thing. It ultimately comes down to how authentic can you be for people, the relatability, the believability of this universe that you're trying to create, where you can be in the mountains fighting dragons or in the valleys hand-to-hand combating someone, but if the stakes are relatable and understandable from the very beginning and can be executed properly, you can really get some hidden gems. And this movie was a hidden gem for so long, because again, zombies, this was at a time where zombies weren't really like a thing, right? So George Romero kind of created a whole genre of horror with this movie, and it led to so many sequels that, I mean, you got A Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, The Living Dead, right? So many memorable sequels to this movie and slash reboots and stuff that, again, you would not have 28 Weeks Later. You would not have Shaun of the Dead. You would not have The Walking Dead as popular as they are without George Romero paving the road for this movie, Night of the Living Dead. It was made fairly cheaply compared to some of the other movie budgets that you would find at that time, and definitely nowhere compared to today's movie budgets, please. Even if you extrapolate the inflation calculator of what it was, it still wouldn't reach nowhere near. This was definitely like considered like an independent movie, put it that way, and it revolutionized the horror genre, and that's why I picked this movie today. The last time I saw this movie, it was a nice memory I have of my son and his mother and I going to see this in like a park that's near our house, right? And they were doing it on the big screen, or projection screen, and we wound up going, and it was chilly that night, so we were all covered up in our winter clothes and stuff, and our neighbor Anthony was with us, and that guy unfortunately passed away between all those years ago and now. But that's the last time I saw the movie, and it was a great time even back then, a few years ago. I always have a fun time watching this movie. But you let me know down below if you think that this is definitely your favorite horror movie, favorite zombie movie, or is there something that you think takes the top spot as far as zombie movies are concerned? Let me know down below. But until next time, peace, Snookums.